Hi, I'm David and welcome back to the Cruise Lines YouTube channel.
Hi, I'm Louisa and I've just sailed on Seven Seas Explorer.
Before we go any further, Louisa was offered the opportunity to go on this cruise and this video hasn't been pre-approved by Regent Seven Seas, so all of the views and opinions are all Louisa's own. So, should we get started?
Yes.
Okay, do you want to talk about the itinerary first of all?
Yeah, so we had 3 nights on board. We flew to Rhodes, where we got a transfer over to the port from the airport, and we boarded very smoothly and quickly onto Explorer. We were just there for a few hours before we headed for Turkey. We stopped at 2 different places in Turkey. The first was Alanya, where we did one of the Regent shore excursions to a place called Sea Day. Sort of morning excursion, was nice to be able to see a bit of the history, to then come back to the beautiful ship. We departed late that evening, so we had a pool party and sail away at about 10 o'clock, which was good fun. We then headed to Antalya. We actually stayed on the ship that day to explore all the different dining venues and things, everything has to offer. And then we went to Cyprus, to Limassol, where we then departed to fly back from Paphos.
I'm kind of interested to find out about what your first impressions were when you saw the ship, because you've obviously been on quite a few cruises, and I know that can be sometimes is a pretty special part of the experience. It's the first time you see the vessels that you're going on.
So arriving at the port, the ship sort of looked a bit bigger than I thought, although it is just over 700 passengers. But inside it was still intimate, nice. You felt like you were on a very, very luxurious ship with plenty of space. There are plenty of options to dine and bars to sit in. You can find quiet places in the evening, or if you want entertainment in the evening, there's loads of different options for you to have.
So, do you want to talk a little bit about the accommodation that you stayed in? And if there was anything that really stood out about that? Again, you've been on quite a few cruises, so...
Yeah. So definitely the best suite I've ever stayed in. We were concierge class, which is the same layout as the superior suites, which are the F grade. I really liked the suite because it was different to your typical veranda suite that you would get on all of the top lines. So huge bathroom, double sink, separate bathtub to shower, walk-in shower, enormous walk-in wardrobe, and then what was different about these suites is that the bed faces out to the sea, and then you've got a little lounge area and then a really, really big veranda as well. We were on deck 9 aft, and if you look at the deck plan on Regent, you can see that a lot of them have got a wider veranda. So it definitely made a difference compared to the others. Others still very big on Regent. We also managed to see the 2 lower grades, the G grade and the H grade, which are more of your typical veranda suite. Still lovely accommodation, but if you want to upgrade, I would definitely go to the superior suite or above, just for the space and just the uniqueness of the suite.
Now let's talk about your favourite thing, which is probably the dining.
So the first night we dined in Compass Rose, which is a bit more like the main dining. So the menu has something that is set up every night, and then you've got like the chef specials. So various things on there. Lobster, which is obviously a must on a cruise ship. And then the second night we dined at Pacific Rim, which is Asian themed, incredible. We had sushi, we had pad thai, we had lobster again, we had spring rolls. The miso cod was incredible, just melted in your mouth. So yeah, had to have that. The last night we dined in Prime 7, which is your favourite restaurant.
That is my favourite restaurant, yes. Do you want to talk about the massive steak? I think you should talk about the massive steak.
I went for the prime rib, which was humongous. Couldn't finish it all, but it was worth it. All the different sides you can order. There's just so much choice. I mean, and if you don't like steak either, you don't have to have that. There's chicken, there's pork, obviously vegetarian options, vegan options, anything you could want.
Yeah, it's an amazing looking restaurant as well, isn't it?
Yeah. So between Prime 7 and Chartres is a little room right at the front of the ship. This is actually the same as Oceania, but on Regent you have, that's for the Regent suite guests, and they can invite other guests to dine in there for that evening, and you can choose from each menu. So that was a similarity. When we actually did a tour of the ship, there was other similarities I could see from Oceania, obviously being sister company. It was quite nice to see that.
Uh-huh. Okay. Do you want to speak a little bit about the bars and lounges on Seven Seas Explorer?
Yeah, so there was so many different bars that you could go to before or after dinner, some more low-key than others. We went to the Meridian Lounge, which I really liked, and they had lots of a jazz band in there one evening. And that was where they did all the different cocktails. Came around with canapes as well, and crisps and things if you wanted those before dinner. You've got the observation lounge at the top, which obviously has all the views, which was great. There's so many different sort of styles of chair and so much space in there that you can sit wherever you want on the ship, really, because there's just so much space. And what really surprised me actually was the theatre, because it was a 2-tier theatre, which obviously being Regent, being slightly bigger, it can have that. So, you know, loads of people can still be able to see the shows if they want to. The show was really good. The dancers and everything are amazing. I also really liked Coffee Connections, had a little outside area as well. So if you just want to get a coffee midday, then you can. You also had the pool bar and the pool grill. So the pool grill you can have breakfast and lunch at, either buffet or table service. We also had breakfast and lunch at La Veranda as well, which again is buffet, but sometimes you can order things and then they'll deliver them to your table. Great breakfasts on board. Always have to try Eggs Benedict. Pretty good. Omelette was probably the best omelette I've ever had. What did I have on last day? Oh, some salmon. That was very tasty too.
The Veranda's the one that turns into an Italian restaurant, isn't it?
Yes, it does. Yeah, unfortunately we didn't get to go in there, but next time on Regent, that will definitely be a restaurant I need to go to.
You should.
So another similarity to Oceania on Regent was the Culinary Arts Kitchen. We had a little chat with the chef in there who explained what they did, and that it's basically, you know, doing something local to where they are in the world. So that changes all the time.
They teach you how to cook?
Yes.
Or to cook certain things?
Yeah. Oh yeah, again, would have loved to experience that, but it was fully booked when we were on board. Just a little bit about the spa. Had an infinity pool out the back of the ship, which was really nice. A lot of cruises don't have that, so that was really impressive. There wasn't any sort of indoor sort of thermal bath or anything, but you had all of the saunas. There was a cold room, steam room, all that kind of thing that you would usually expect from a spa. On deck 12, there was plenty of loungers all around that would then be looking over the pool. That was another thing, all around the pool. The amount of lounges, there was double lounges, single lounges. You could be in the shade if you want to do, or you could be in the sun. Probably the most comfiest lounger I think I've ever been on. And then yeah, so on deck 12, all around the top, looking over. And then at the aft of the ship, you've got the putting green, the paddle tennis, shuffleboard. So that all looked great fun too. Right,
so just to summarise, what did you think?
I think Explorer is my new favourite ship.
Okay, high praise indeed.
Yes, definitely.
Cool. Well, thank you for watching our Seven Seas Explorer review. If you like the video, make sure you click the like button. And for more exclusive cruise content, videos and ship reviews, please subscribe to our channel and we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you.